All right, welcome, trendy people. It is Spring Trends right here on Western Spring Television, where we say it as it is. On Spring Trends, what we do is that we look at everything trending. What is trending? Who is trending? Where they are trending? Why they are trending? And reactions on social media. My name is Evelyn Ohiole, welcoming you especially to the very first edition of Spring Trends for this week, and I'm here with my partner as always. Femi Ojo is here.
Yeah, but I wanted to ask, what's with the hello people? This is spring trend. What's going on here? Well, what are we doing? Which kind of intro be this one? Hello people.
Wait, what's with you and me this morning? I don't understand. What's with you and me this morning?
It's not just me and you, it's you and your people. We just finish your matter on the program. Una do people.
Don't let other people come for you.
But,
don't let them come for you.
It's okay.
It's welcome on board.
Thank you very much.
All right, let's get to it. My very first story this morning, it's on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as he has been re-elected as the chairman of ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State for the second time. 1 p.m. today, Bola Tinubu steps aside as ECOWAS chairman, and 5 p.m. ECOWAS re-elects Bola Tinubu as its chairman. Tinubu. This is actually a comment from Abdul Rashid on X. What's this? Yeah, why are you like this for me? Let's go ahead with more reactions. Babatunde Akin says, now it's time to restore freedom and democracy in the entire West Africa sub-region. And at D1 Ayekoto says, after a successful completion of his tenure and subsequent stepping aside, the ECOWAS heads of state and government have decided to re-elect President Bola Tinubu as the chairman for a second term. Congratulations, Your Excellency. And Ibrahim Muhammad on X says, congratulations to my president. Good development for Nigeria and Africa. Femi, you want to send a congratulatory message to your president?
So I can be baby.
Wait, it is Mr. President you are calling baby?
At the hill.
So why are you using baby?
Is it?
Why baby? Why not Baba or Bros?
Baba left. I can be about.
See the way I'm looking at you with one
senior
eye.
Man. This my what I'm wearing is not allowing me to do that. Hey, Baba, we wish you our tear. I want tear. The whole Nigerians. We are wishing you all the best. Congratulations to him, by the way. But he has a lot of work to do. Trust me, because under him, the ECOWAS was almost disintegrated because of the issues, the coup issues, military takeovers in some of the member states. Now he has an arduous task, and he has been given that mandate to bring them back, because under you, 3 of them went away. The form a confederation. Either the 3 of them as a confederation will now be brought back into ECOWAS, or they will have to, disband the confederation, which I'm not seeing happening. But then they need all the states that they can get to appear strong, especially in the West African sub-region. That means he had additional task on his hands as the president of this great nation of Nigeria, and then as the chairman of the sub-region as well. It's quite a task. Let it be said that under him, he has done the first 1 year. The second year is here. The West Africa sub-region prospered, that's one thing. And then smooth running, and then mutual respect, especially among member states. Let no country look down on another country. But then you still have to guard, as they say. We are talking about Tinubu and now being a Lagos person. You know how they say, Ijawa Ijausi, always guiding. Nobody should look down Nigeria during this time, because we are the chairman. You should give us that, leeway to say we are the giant, and we should leave the giant of Africa as well.
People, you know what they say, that, clothes covers a lot of things. This tie and shirts is covering a lot of things. So there are people that maybe their first job in life.
If you want to talk to me straight.
They've gone through the rough parts of life.
For me to salute,
but we thank
Mr.
God,
President, say,
for the invention of suit and tie in their lives.
You
can now see them and say, oh, let me not talk about that.
Gentlemen, maybe that was just another side. This is me speaking with you.
That was your alter ego.
No, I don't have alter ego.
Let's move ahead, people. Yes, the World Health Organization, United Nations rather, had said that 82 million Nigerians may go hungry. 82 Nigerians may go hungry. Now, reactions at Humanity First says the UN do not know what they are saying. Currently, over 100 million Nigerians are hungry and do not know where their next meal will come from and even when they'll have it. I want to ask Humanity First where he did his own, how he got his own statistics and did his own survey to know 100 million Nigerians are hungry at this time. All right, Ayo at Ayo_Mwajao says 82 million in a country of 200 million population. That is to say and prove that the past and present government have failed immensely. When will they get it right? And that's a big question there from Ayo Omwajao. And Chukweyem Eledan, I hope I got that correctly, says, go hungry care. The hunger we are going through now is what? Someone may want to say is pre-season. Heaven Bound says, God help us. Inflation is affecting. Lack of implementation of minimum wage also affecting. FEMI, what do you think? United Nations says 80 million Nigerians may go, hungry.
Right.
Very soon. And some Nigerians are saying it's not may go hungry. The hunger is here already.
I think the United Nations are talking about the obvious. I think their own analysis has to do with acute hunger, in which there is extremely nothing to eat. And maybe that's why that other tweet talked about, maybe there is more that, are hungry. When you have according to statistics, was it 2 years ago or a year ago, when you have 133 million persons out of
multi-dimensional poverty,
million people being multi-dimensionally poor. So you talk about hunger, they are not lying at all, and it has to do. It's obvious now. Do we need the UN to tell us that farmers that 5 years ago they would be on their farm, half of them cannot be on their farm? Part of the other half that are still managing, half of them, that means 25% of them, have to pay to bandits for them to have access to farm, to plant. And then when they are coming to harvest,
their lives
they
are
will
not
still
secure.
pay. Except if you are not paying, then to you and your destiny, to you and your head. So it's obvious. And then you have the climate change situation, the flood ravaging some farms as well. And then people are poor, no access roads to these farms. So when farms are not growing, when plants are not growing, the little that is available, then it takes the survival of the fittest. The fittest might be the rich. The fittest might be the most forceful to have those things. So there is the part of cattle rustling as well by bandits. So it's obvious that if we don't plan with what we have on our hands, this hunger they are talking about, it might just mean different things to many people. More persons might be hungry. Now, many persons will eat 3 square meals for whatever that one means to some persons. In some household, that's turned to 2. In some household, is 1. So some person is whatever they can nimble on per day, munch on per day. So it's obvious. It's not because when you talk about these things, some persons will see you as you are demarketing Nigeria. How am I doing that? Now, for my 100K, if I'm able last year to afford 5 items, the same 100K can barely afford me 2 items as well. There are still other bills I have to pay. Nobody needs the UN to tell us that we must buckle our belt and see that we are doing this. Do we have the lands? We have these lands, but make the farm safe, make the roads to the farms accessible. Some of those products that some persons, even farm produce rather, let there be ready-made market. Let government, we have a lot to do. But that we are hungry, it's a fact.
It's a fact.
And we don't need the UN to tell us that.
And someone is actually faulting the statistics put out by United Nations saying 80 million K. No, it's over 100 million people that are hungry, and I'm asking.
Hunger means different things to different persons.
I think I'd go with that last statement of yours. Hunger is really, relative. It's subjective. And let's move on. And talking about hunger, our mother, the general mother of the entire nation, I'm talking about the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, has, given us a way. One of the many ways to tackle hunger in our land. Let's watch this video. We'll be back to take reactions.
All these are just things that have good health benefits. So for me, this is my own contribution to the food drive. So, and I believe that everybody can do it. And my, young friends are here to see us at least unveil this so that they too can be challenged. And I'm appealing to Nigerians. You don't want me to win the 25 million. So get to work and, grow something in your house. And like some people will say, I don't have land. But they call it smart farming. You can grow anything in a bucket. Just grow some.
All right, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, telling the people, encouraging people to actually go back to farm. And she says you don't have to, have this large expanse of land to farm. You can, have a corner in your compound. You can, put your plant in buckets and bowls. It's called smart farming. And according to her, and before long you start growing your tomato, you start growing your vegetable, you start growing your yam, you start growing your rice, you start growing your apples,
your cow.
You start growing, you can have it, you can have a ranch at the back of your home. First Lady giving us such advice and encouraging Nigeria. You can see that picture. First Lady is engrossed in planting.
Yes,
look at that. Look at our gloves, green, very patriotic, green gloves in using to plant. Amazing, an amazing choice of farming wear. Amazing choice of farming wear. I love this. I mean, look at the garden. It's even painted green, white, green. Amazing. I love the colors, by the way, Femi. And this is no sarcasm. I love the colors. Reactions. Benjamin Ozidongo says, many Nigerians live in rented homes, but little or no space for subsistence farming. I love subsistence farming, but no space in my rented house to plant. However, this is not the solution. And I am Collins Opara says, the First Lady is urging women to take up farming as it is the solution for our food crisis. No, how about addressing the systemic issues that make food production and distribution so inefficient in the first place? And at Evans, Ochinyere says she's not serious. Now, from this garden, should they take fit Tinubu and his cabinet? Politicians playing to the gallery. This is entirely, I'm not the one saying
Evans,
this.
Our First Lady, no
Evans Ochinyere is saying that, maybe Madam First Lady really is not getting it right at this time. She not really gets the gist, no gel. Is this where President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been feeding from, that his cheek has been growing fatter, the cabinet members have been adding weight and all of that? And
it's for the garden is for the First Lady now, not for the cabinet.
All right. Yeah. And Precious says, if this is how they dress to farm, we won't have anything to eat in this country. Nice photo shoot. Precious. And Somto Paul says, forget who the message is coming from, but farming is a viable solution to this food crisis. If we keep waiting for the Nigerian government to address systemic issues, hunger don't kill all of us. If you have the means to farm, please do it. Femi, do you have land in your compound? Are you going to take this up? I already have a bowl. I just have to get, the soil and plant. I'm going to have my bowl for tomato, for pepper. It's just I don't know where I'm going to plant my yam and my
you plant rice. Yeah. You plant rice in a bowl.
I'm just saying. You
want plant rice? It's a bowl.
It's called smart farming.
This one is not smart. It's Android. All right, to talk about the message, if you have the means, there are things you can do. Actually, my mom does it.
Yeah.
Because you still have some space.
Yes. Why is it that our mothers back then used to, but now why are we so lazy to farm?
Wait now,
Femi.
but she won't put this fine Ankara and put veil and dress up and call photographer to come and do this pattern. And by the way, if you can have the picture, why is that garden looking like cemetery?
What's that?
No, let's see the picture now.
Stop this.
Say, why is this thing not giving you a cemetery vibe?
No.
As it is like this. Will I say they plant or person dead body? But by the way,
the seeds are actually dying to germinate.
Wisdom. It was me last week. This one. Okay, let me put. This is Anne. Sorry, what am I mentioning? All right, but then the message is clear.
Yeah.
But then beyond this paparazzi, Nigeria needs a lot more than this. But if you have the space,
you call this paparazzi?
By the way, she's replanting this. Where she carried these green ones come from? She has been planting them somewhere before. Because this is transplanting.
Yeah.
This thing didn't just grow from this one. But now garden, why they
And
come
she said
paint
you
am?
can have bowls. Probably she has been planting in bowls. Then
Now she now transferred.
Yeah, to
with
this one.
goggle, with veil, with Ankara.
I mean, matching watering
matching outlets. Oh, matching watering can with the green something.
Yeah.
But just like I said, jokes apart, if you have the land, please do it. Because those things can come in handy.
Yeah.
You know, when you have some little cookings to do, you know, you can always do that. But then the narrative around the photo shoot and it looks too organized to be like something that somebody does. Really. You know, but it is what it is. So Madam Akombi, Madam First Lady, she's doing well for herself. But then if you have the means, please do that. But in a crowded place like Papa Ajao and Mushin, that you have 145 people inside house, if you dare do this one, as they germinate, you know, go know who they harvest them.
All right. That's particular, story from advice rather from the First Lady. Our last story this morning. It's talking about our roads, and it has elicited controversy as we learned that the federal government of Nigeria has hinted that it is moving away from asphalt highways to concrete road construction across the country. And it's disclosed that 70% of the federal highways are now being designed on concrete to last longer for public use. And thoughts from Prince Somorin Osifasa Sr. says a boom for tire sellers, concrete roads wear tires faster. At the concrete, at the asphalt, or road na road, just construct them. And Rivers says at least the roads do not disappear after 2 raining seasons. And advocate for good governance at Sonnet Planet C says if the alternative is cheaper and durability is certain, then that is a good decision. And the Emperor at I_Jando says, I think that's better as far as they cannot be easily washed away by water erosion. So a lot of people really are in for this concrete roads. Your thoughts, Femi?
Let's have it. You know that popular thing on social media, that popular voice, in as much it has been certified to be true. Let Coren, that's the professional body for engineers, let them certify that this claim is true. And then we are good to go. But we should not have that as as a, what do you call this thing, a special purpose vehicle to steal and to siphon funds and to make it look like, oh, it's very expensive, because some persons will just steal the money. If it's about durability and we can do it, why not?
But
let the
why can't
professionals see to it.
Durable asphalt roads? Because I know of some roads back then where I used to school, in primary school, it's in the GRA area, government reserved area, where the whites were in Ibadan. Till now, the roads are still as good as they were.
Which community?
Back then,
GRA?
More than 2 decades ago.
But now GRA, you call them now?
Yes.
How many vehicles they enter GRA? May they carry that same route, go where safe, Iwo Road, and then we will see. If you want to test anything in Ibadan, put that route in Iwo Road, and then we will see. But let the professionals see to that. And then
let the professionals see to that. That is where we draw the curtains on the show this morning. Thank you for being a part of our world. We'll make a return tomorrow for another interesting edition of Spring Trends. Sincere appreciation to Femi Ojo. Babao. Yalaya.
No, I didn't say yalaya.
Blah, blah, blah. All right, now we'll see you tomorrow. My name is Evelyn Ohiole. Ensure to have a productive day. Bye-bye.